Nina, the Eiffel Tower is going to fall out. Use your towel.
Speaking of the Eiffel Tower, did you know that the Geoaddicts are traveling to Paris the spring break of 2019?
Roosevelt High School Geoaddicts are excited to announce their next international travel adventure coming in spring break of 2019, France. France is a rich cultural tapestry that offers it all: engrossing history, iconic sights, amazing cuisine, and spectacular arts. Their trip to France will begin and end in France's capital, known as the City of Light, Paris. Paris truly is a tourist delight, and they will explore all the sights from infamous Notre Dame Cathedral, Napoleon's tomb lay in Valdez, Louis XIV's Palace of Versailles, and even the view of the city from atop the breathtaking Eiffel Tower. In 2019, France will also be commemorating the 75th anniversary of Allied forces' D-Day invasion in World War II. Geoaddicts will visit the hallowed ground of the battle-scarred Normandy coast, pay respects at the American Memorial Cemetery, and experience soldier stories at the Museum of Peace. From there, they will travel further back in time to visit stunning Middle Ages era sites like Mont Saint-Michel and the chateaus of Loire Valley. Join Geoaddicts on this adventure of a lifetime to France and experience all this and more. There will be an informational meeting for all interested students and their parents on Wednesday, October 25th at 6 p.m. in the LMC. See Mr. Wymore or Miss White for more information today.
Well, I hope they can make it. I know we need more people.
Geoaddicts are traveling to France the spring break of 2019. We took a look at some of their past trips. How much do trips usually cost?
Trips usually cost around $4,000 or so, but that includes everything besides a passport, lunch money, and your spending money for souvenirs.
How long are you usually gone for the trip?
Trips usually take about 9 to 11 days. This one is 11 days, but that's including your days that you're on airplanes and stuff too. Like if we go in the evening, that counts as day one.
Which trip has been your favorite and why?
Oh, that's a tough question. They're all, I like them all for different reasons. I liked the Italy trip because we got to see lots of different parts of Italy. Greece was beautiful because you really couldn't take a bad picture in Greece. But I also like the trip we did to Eastern Europe because I know that Wyandotte has a lot of roots, like in Poland, for example, and I thought that Poland was a beautiful country.
That is the hardest question everyone always asks me. Our last year's trip to Italy was a highlight. We have had so many great trips to Greece, that's honestly the hardest one. Everyone is special in their own way.
What types of activities do you guys do on these trips?
The trips usually are a cultural immersion. So we have museums that we're going to see, looking for main sites like this one for France. We will be at the Eiffel Tower and going to the top, and the Louvre, the art museum, and so on. But then it's also time for going off on your own to, not on your own like individually, but also like you get to go to a shopping district and you get to, if you want to go and sit at a cafe and have a coffee or something, you can do that. Chaperones kind of split off and go with you and do your thing.
We do so much every day. We do like the typical tourist stuff, checking out all the, important sites. But then we do a lot of extra things to make it special. In Italy, for instance, we had a cooking class at a culinary institute. We usually take in the local culture and are taught traditional dance, which is always a ton of fun. I keep talking about Italy. When we were in Rome, we went to gladiator school and learned how to fight like the traditional gladiators did. So it was a ton of fun, and it's more than just, being plopped down in front of a castle or cathedral and taking pictures. We're immersed in the experience as well. And I think those are the memories that most of our students take home the most.
What are some things you liked about the trip you went on?
I liked how we got to see a lot of different things when we were in Italy, like a lot of different cities, and we covered a lot of ground. Well, there was a lot of walking, and we didn't get a lot of downtime. We got free time, but just in our hotel rooms and stuff, it was always go, go, go. So,
what's some advice you have for Geoaddicts in the future?
Just be prepared for a lot of walking and just moving around and being on your feet because your feet will get tired.
All right, thank you. What are some things you liked about your trip?
Well, obviously, I enjoyed the people I went with. We all had a great time, but I also really enjoyed the fact that in Italy we had so many opportunities to do different things, and we were able to travel to different parts of Italy. One of the things that we were able to do was we actually cooked like an Italian cuisine, I guess, with like an actual chef, and also we were able to learn a different dance in Italy. And with Geoaddicts, it's more than just going to a place and then just taking pictures and then being done with the trip. You actually learn more about the culture and what they do and how their lives are.
What are things you would improve about your trip?
Definitely better shoes, because we walked a lot during the trip, and we were constantly going from place to place, and it was very difficult. And I originally brought 5 pairs of shoes thinking I'd wear every single one of them, but I stayed in my tennis shoes the entire time.
What's some advice you would have for geoaddicts in the future?
Some advice, I brought a camera, and I regretted it in the moment that I did have it, having to tote it around constantly, but then now looking back at all the pictures, I'm really glad that I did bring it. So definitely just capturing the moments that you have on a camera or on your phone, just so you can look back at it when the trip's over.
If you're looking to get more information on the trip to France, go see Mr. Lymore or Mrs. White. Now back to the anchors.